name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Now, everybody's wondering about this whole beef between me and Crow 1176. Well, it started when the Joker basically, let's say that I call him a Joker, when this fellow basically contacted me way back many years ago, trying to get information on my screen paint product, trying to figure out how it's made, how it's designed, and ever since then, he's just been tagging alongside of us, trying to figure out how our products are made, doing fake demonstrations over and over again. And every time I come on here, not only do I talk it, but I back it up. None of our demonstrations have ever been matched. And any of the test demonstrations that we have done, he has never performed any of them. Any test demonstrations we required him to do, he has never done any of them. We already put the order in for the Cinemax about 2 days ago. We were going to put it in a day, but actually it was done 2 days ago. It is on its way, so it will be here soon. And we will have it here. And in the Cinemax, keep in mind, this is supposed to be his best-selling product. This is a product that he claims was able to turn our screens black. He was able, if the screen basically produced such a high white level, it was able to turn our screens black. And we weren't able, our screens came out too dark, unrecognizable, unable to see. Even despite the fact that we have people that are displaying our technology on our Facebook fan page, even though we have customers, we have people who have contracts under us that are displaying these screens, pulling off these amazing images, he is still bent on going back to the same old black piece of material, whatever that's supposed to be, and that's supposed to represent our product. So we keep coming out here over and over again and showing them and everybody else that doubts our product and our technology, that our technology can pull images up in fully lit environments. While other screens, whether it be certified, whether it be hobby paints, they struggle to be able to pull an image in a fully lit environment. We don't have that issue because our technology actually works. Our technology is 100% ambient light rejection technology, and that's a specialty that I specialize in. That's my craft. So, and all the demonstrations I have seen online are the same thing over and over again. Either an ambient light controlled environment or, bottom line, a dark environment. Anytime they try to display contrast levels, and I've said this before, that even though we have a silver screen, it's not going to be able to compete with the technology we have, which is black, but it's actually better than some of the gray screens out there. Now, I had somebody today, and I don't mind, like I said, I don't mind when people come and talk, but do your homework first before you come on my Facebook page and start barking, because I got a lot of people on there that back me on there, and it's not going to be good for you when you come on there barking a whole bunch of nonsense that you don't understand. Someone was requesting a side-by-side. I have done so many side-by-side demonstrations on Crow's products, so many unboxings, it's not even funny. As a matter of fact, we're doing a side-by-side right now. You just don't notice it because his screen is literally sitting right there in the center of my two screens, my one screen right here. So we have his Metallica mix and his personal mix sitting right there on my screen right now. At the same time, while we're talking this, I'm also getting a chance to experience the new Wi-Fi booster, which is now giving me a much, much cleaner image inside the house. There's the booster right there. That was working out fantastic. I'm gonna get a couple more of those for outside near the backyard. So when we do demonstrations out there, you get a much more clear image. But anyway, as I said before, with my customers, they don't have to be trapped in a dark environment. They don't have to worry about spending money for an overpriced, expensive projector, because my projectors here are old, outdated. They don't have to calibrate their projectors. Again, don't have to be stuck in a dark environment worrying about whether or not if their screen's going to be able to pull an image because the environment is casting too much light. That's something my customers never ever have to go through. And like I said, I have demonstrations from my customers backing this. Where in his demonstrations, it's the same thing. Dark environment, dark environment, dark environment. Even with a $4,000 projector, ultra short throw, sitting in the dark. Now we're going to get real close on the screen. And right there, on that screen, is his two sample sheets. Just to show you that our screens don't turn dark if somebody were to put a light screen against them. Now, I did this demonstration today, and I think a fellow came by the name of Adam. I think that's what his name was, Adam. Adam, so you know, so you can see this. This is a live demonstration. Or majority of all my demonstrations are done live. So you can see crystal clear that my screen is blended into his screen, even though my screen is jet black and his screens are light. Where's my remote control real quick? Ken's in here having a ball. So let's go over to 4K demonstrations. Because he was talking about, oh, you should do a simple side-by-side. I do side-by-sides all day. We do side-by-sides all day on this product. And it's the same thing every single time. our screens dominate. There you go. Simple, crystal clear, and to the point. Now I'm gonna let that run while I take care of some business because I gotta do some tidying up in the house. I got some new stuff coming in, and I want to get ready for the unboxing for the new projectors coming in. But y'all just watch that right there. So, you know, some people want to get mad and say, oh, I brag, just saying, no, I don't brag. I can just back up what I do. When I got people coming at me 24/7 about the haters coming at me because they're mad because my product works, because I work hard, because I get up every day, and I struggle, and I work hard to make my product work. I put my faith in God. I worked in this business for 12 years, and y'all want to come at me as if I'm fake because you can't believe my technology is that good. You're going to have to deal with it. My technology is that good. I've had an invite customer come over and look at the screen and loved it. Fell in love with it. Got the same technology sitting in this house right now. So, as I said before, we're going to do a review on this product. The Cinemax will be here, and we'll see if we can turn the screen dark. His claims he made against our product, let's see if they're true or not. Until then, we have his personal mix, we have his Metallica mix, and we have the UV mix here. And we can run these demonstrations all day with no problem. You can't back his work, that's the problem. You never back his work. Work is bad. If you're going to talk nonsense about my work and what I do for a living, you know what I mean? Be here to back it up. Because if not, I'm definitely going to come in and show you what I can do. Now, for the guy Adam who came to my page today talking about side-by-sides, like I said, I do side-by-sides on this product all day. All day. So if you're going to make accusations about my product being so dark it can't be seen, I'm going to come and back it up. 100%. But if I ask that individual to do the same thing, he can't do it. He'll cut corners. Also, too, just to let the individual know, when that paint gets here, because we already put the order in, it's coming. When that paint gets here, we will be using that in court against you. Because I will be to show the judge that I did buy your product, I did bring it here, we did do side-by-side demonstrations, and these are our results. So you watch, is this the paint we have now that we own from him? And how you like the new booster? The booster's beautiful, ain't it? That thing comes up clean. I'm gonna get me 2 more today. Let's go over here real quick. We'll keep it to the lights. Y'all can get mad all you want, get hate all you want. At the end of the day, if you're going to talk trash about my product, I'm going to come back it up. 100%. All right, we trash up today too. Trash day tomorrow, right? Yep. It's cracking. Okay. Like I said, any company that we've done demonstrations against on their products to test their technology, we won against their best technology they had to offer. The Cinemax is supposed to be its best, and that's what we ordered. And we'll have it down here. We'll do the demonstrations, we'll do the tests, we'll do the side-by-sides, everything that has to be done, and then that's the end of it. Until basically you get that court order, we got to go to court. Other than that, that's the end of it. All these fake demonstrations you're doing on this product, claiming to be the turner screens dark, we'll see when it gets here. Until then, this is how your other product is reacting to our screen, our best screen paint. Well, actually, the Gamer is the best one. That doesn't make a difference. You're paintless against the black screen, so So I'm doing some tidying up around the house real quick. Design me a page today on my website called the Haters page. And when we come in here and we got to put somebody on blast for basically trying to discredit our work, we're going to put them on that page. All these little fake demonstrations and all the stuff you guys like to do, not a problem. Like I said, I got no problem backing my work up. I don't care if it's Screen Innovation, I don't care if it's Black Diamond, DMP Supernova, any company. You want to come across me, you want to basically do a challenge with it, no problem. I have no problem with it. I'm more than welcome to step into the ring, not a problem. And as for Crow, no problem. I can blow your stuff out all day long. Not a problem. Anytime you're going to make a claim that my product is too dark and can't be seen, and the guy called Adam that came on my Facebook page, this is for you. This video was made strictly for you. Side by sides, please. We do this all day. All day. All day. Nothing. It's nothing. Easy. Because I take the time, I work hard when it comes to my products. I'm up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. You watch my streams when they pop on. 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm up getting my job done. I take the time, I do the tests, I do the demonstrations. We're thorough about how we do our job. We make sure our customers have the best when it comes to their screen paint products. We don't do no fake demonstrations, none of that nonsense. No dark environments, calibrating projectors, none of that nonsense. We buy used projectors on eBay, bring them on here and make them look absolutely outstanding. My gamer paint is freaking flawless on every level. It is absolutely gorgeous. You can't deny it. It looks just like a TV on a $500 projector. And you better get used to it. You better get used to it. And I tell you why, because I told you next year, I'm getting storefronts. You're going to see my name on my screens on billboards. You're going to see it in commercials. You're going to see a lot of stuff. You're going to see my name flashing constantly all the time. I plan to get this stuff plenty exposure off YouTube into the mainstream as fast as possible. No matter how much money it takes, it's going to be there. And one of these days, I plan to be in that show next to Mr. Black Diamond himself. Because that's my main goal. My main goal isn't Crow or freaking, what's that other guy name? Partey. I couldn't care less about them. Those are small potatoes right there. My companies, the people that we're looking forward to going side by side with heavy challenges with, is these big corporations. That's what we want. Screen Innovation, DMP Supernova, Elite Screens, Daylight Screens. Those are my targets. Those are the companies that I want to actually design technology to go head to head with. You guys are easy. We watch your demonstrations. You don't even do your tests correctly. The big companies, the big corporations, they follow these little protocols. These protocols where it has to be ambient light controlled environment. Projectors have to be calibrated. They have to have the projectors in line with the screen. We don't do any of that stuff at all, period. I can take a projector that comes out of eBay, and I've done it many times. Set it up, no factory settings, boom, hit the screen, done. So that's why we're doing up close and personal on your product right now. Let's go grab me another video. I'm not even going to do any contrast in this demonstration. No star fill, nothing. We're going to keep strict to like light colors. That's all we're going to do. Not even going to bother. No star fills, no contrast demonstrations, nothing. I'm going to keep it in your section right now. All bright colors. See if you can turn my screen dark. Now keep in mind, if a black level pops up, his screen's going to fade automatically because it can't see contrast, and it definitely can't see color, not against a black screen. And I've said it many times before. You got a TV in your home right now? What color is your screen on your TV? Is it black or gray? It's black, right? Then you got a newer model TV, don't you? If it was gray, it would be an older model. And projectors are trying to compete with TVs. You're dealing with a TV that's jet black that can produce an insane contrast level like the OLEDs. And if you're going to be to compete with a TV, then guess what? I don't care what kind of contrast ratio you have on your projector, you're going to have a screen to match the contrast ratio on your projector. If your projector has a 22,000 to 1 and your screen is gray or white, guess what? You're not going to pick up that deep dark contrast level. It's not going to come up black the way it's supposed to. You want the same thing like OLED has, those screens? Guess what? You got to have this technology to do it. Because I don't care if you have 1,000,000 to 1 contrast. It's not going to show up on a white screen. It's not going to show up on a gray screen. It's going to pick up on a black screen. You don't even need 1,000,000 to 1 to pick up on one of these screens. You can go out and get a projector that has a 2,000 to 1 contrast ratio. That's what we're using right now. 2,000 to 1. That's it. So this is basic common sense. You know, in the projection, and I can never understand that. When I look at that, people talk about, oh, you know, they build these projectors more and more and more like TVs. But the sad thing about it is, you can't get the same experience because your screen can't give it to you. So how in the world are you going to try to project a high-powered projector onto a gray screen when TVs today are jet black? They automatically pick up a contrast level regardless. How does that even work? That's why when you look at the darker screens, that's why when companies are making screens darker and darker. You look at Optima. Optima has a really dark screen, almost near black. I think that screen might be black because it looks way dark, too dark for me. It's got to be a black screen. I got to get a sample sheet of that. I've looked at that thing several times, and that thing does look black. But in order for you to have the same thing as an OLED TV, you're going to have to be able to pick up the same heavy black levels. And you're sure enough not going to be able to do that on a gray screen. That surface is going to have to be near black or black itself to do it. It's like one of my business partners sat there and said, he said, well, what color are TVs? They're black, right? There you go. That should tell them right there. Guarantee if you got spent $15,000 for an OLED TV and you unboxed that TV and that screen was gray, would you be keeping it or would you be taking it back? No, you'd be taking it back. That screen's supposed to be black. So how come if you have a projector and your screen's gray? How does that even work? And you're trying to produce contrast off of it. There you go. Simple and plain. Can't see color, can't see contrast. Let's grab this demonstration right here. Remember when I just showed you the red, the solid red? That's how it looks. Every time you put red on your screen, that's how it's going to come up every single time. That's why they tell you to calibrate. You're diamond at the end of the day. Oh, and meanwhile, while we're having this conversation, there's my 126-inch sitting right in the window and all this sunlight, which you can see crystal clear with no problem. Let me know when you see a demonstration on that level in his apartment. In his apartment right now. Let me know when you see demonstrations like that. Sorry about all the cat toys. We went shopping today. I bought some new stuff for cat. Let me know. Because I can sit here at what time we got right now and I can watch cartoons right now. TV shows, sports, the whole 9 yards. Just like a TV. I don't have to wait until the sun goes down. I don't have to darken my curtains. None of that nonsense. Alexa, what time is it? 4:45. So my screen has been on since 8 o'clock this morning. All the way until 4. And it's still running. And the window's over there with no problem. I remember I used to see the setups on AVS Forums where somebody would have a TV. They would have the TV and the projection screen set up. You ever seen that? They have the TV here and the roll down screen. They would use the TV in the daytime because the screen wouldn't pick up. And at nighttime, when it's dark outside and they had the windows shut and everything, they would bring the screen down and they would bring it over top of the TV and they would watch the screen. Because of my technology, that doesn't exist anymore. Because now you can sit here at 4 o'clock and you can watch fish on your screen at 126 inches and a bay of windows on a $500 projector. My goal for my technology, sorry about my stands caught up with the cord on the Y. My goal for my technology was to get a black screen to produce a high enough white level to be able to blend nearly into a gray screen. That was my goal. That's where the Phoenixes came in. We got it close with the Nova, but we weren't close enough. So that's where the Phoenix came in. The Phoenix technology gave us the ability to be able to pull that high white level on a black screen. So now we have both contrast, we have color, and we have high white levels at the same time. And then the ability to be able to have that game technology we're working on, to have the screens be able to produce images in fully lit environments. So you have the best of all worlds right there. Come home, turn your screen on. You can sit there and watch the game. Your wife can read a book. No complaining about your environment being dark. No complaining about turning her living room into a cave. None of that nonsense. At the end of the day, like I said, when I was in a relationship, and nowhere in the world, my ex would have had me sitting in a dark environment trying to read. She likes to read. I'm not a big fan of books. Just not. I read the Bible as far as it goes, but I'm not a fan of books. I don't read too much. But if I got to study and I got to do research, then yeah, if it's something I enjoy, but just for reading a book for the sake of just reading a book, nah, that's not me. It has to be something it piques my interest to do it. But she liked to read all the time. There's no way in the world I could have her sitting in a dark environment trying to strain her eye, trying to read a book, and all the lights are out or partially lit because I'm afraid the screen's going to wash out. You like the booster, by the way? The booster's nice, ain't it? I bought it right over there. There's the Wi-Fi booster right there. I just bought it today. That thing is absolutely fantastic. I'll get a chance to go back and check this out. Now, I haven't had a chance to tweak it yet. It's just plug in and play. I just have to stick it in the wall and turn it on, and boom. And it works out fantastic. So I might get a couple more of those and run throughout the entire house. Turn this place into a giant hotspot. Just run stuff off here. I want to get one outside because that'd be cool. But other than that, there you go. See it for yourself right there. We're going to do a lot of live demonstrations now that I got the booster in here. Got a little chipmunk up there. Like I said, nobody wants to be stuck in the dark. Majority of my customers, the guy who came in, they just want it simple. They just want to come in, paint the screen, set the projector up, and done. A lot of people ain't projector savvy. They're not. That's the thing I didn't like about when people, these companies would come on, they would spend on this technical stuff, trying to sound technical. A lot of people don't understand what you're talking about. They want it simple. Paint the screen, set the projector up, done. Have your lights on, have them off, it's up to you. That's what they want, keep it simple. Most people don't even know how to calibrate a projector. None alone, they even heard of calibrating a projector. They just want to turn it on and watch TV. That's it. I wish I could just show you movies and stuff like that, which would be nice, because I'm pretty sure I can come home and just watch a bunch of this. I don't want to go through all that nonsense. I have to. Try to get you as close to the screen as I possibly can. And I put the phone on the charger. Now, as we're doing these demonstrations, these test demonstrations are going to be coming up in the next couple of days. We're not entertaining them. He can come in the room, he can chat, whatever you want to do. We're not entertaining them at all, period. We're going to do the demonstrations, get them done. And like I said, I had somebody talking about side-by-side. Man, we do side-by-sides all day. I'm doing a side-by-side right now as we speak. I did a side-by-side a few minutes ago when we tested out the that silver technology. So, we're just going to do exactly, we're going to do demonstrations that he was supposed to do, which he failed not to do at all, period. And we're going to do the demonstrations that he claims that he turned my screen unwatchable. Then we're going to put his product against his own products. And I guarantee you, if we do a Starfield demonstration, the UB Mix will probably pull a better Starfield than that his bestseller. He'll probably send me an email later on telling me that, and I'll show you the email if he sends it to me, telling me for specific instructions on the screen. There is no specific instructions. The minute you cross the line and you basically try to go against one of my screens, now you have to do what my screens have to go through. There is no specific. I don't want to hear no Emails coming to me talking about, oh, it has to be in an ambient light controlled environments. We don't do ambient light controlled environments over here. I don't want to hear, oh, it has to be a particular projector. I don't want to hear that crap either. Projector's got to be calibrated. Don't want to hear that crap either. Don't compare your stuff to my stuff. Don't compare your paint to my paint if you can't follow the path my paint has to take. Simple and plain. Let's go check this out real quick. We're not going to do Starfield because automatically do a Starfield. The screen's not going to pick up. We're going to keep it all bright and light. Here we go. Let's go again with this one right here. Keep it bright and light. Everybody was sitting there talking about when the Phoenix comes out to play, the Crow boys fly away. Y'all do. Y'all fly away. Y'all come in here stacked, talking trash. And the minute I come in here and start showing you hardcore evidence, I start showing you, you can't. There you go. Right there from the door. Y'all start moving, leaving out of the room. Left one by one. Single file, leaving. What? It's a live demonstration. Real time. Where's my technology turning dark at? We're on a 4300 lumen projector. And then when I blow the screen out of the water, and I back up what my product can do, then you want to call me a bragger, he's this, that, and that, so and so. So no, I came in and I backed up my product, what you're supposed to do. Other than that, if I do this to his product right now, does he go in and back up his product? Does he go, hey, look, I'm going to show you a Starfield demonstration, a fully lit environment with a black sample against it. I'm going to show you where my screen's going to actually blend into that black sample sheet perfectly. Does he show you that? No. He cuts corners. Or he brings out that black sample sheet and says, this is them, this is them, this is them, this is them. He reminds me of the guy on the Warriors. You know, the guy got caught on the beach, you're going to kill him. He was like, no, it's not you, it's the Warriors. That's what you remind me of, literally. Whine and cry. Do your test, back up your product. When your Cinemax gets here, and we have it on that table, and we do that unboxing, we're going to paint your sample, a nice, big, huge sample sheet. I'm going to paint you a big piece. And I'm going to stick you right against that screen and watch my screen whoop, blend into your screen. Get you a 60-inch, nice 60-inch, big piece. See if you turn my screen dark. Now, if he's complaining and ranting about it, that means he's afraid. I would be too. Since you want to talk trash about my Lord and Savior, since you want to talk trash about me being a fake Christian, all that nonsense, you'll see exactly where my Lord and Savior has put my technology at. Since my Christianity, everything's supposed to be a fake. Everything I do is a fake. And we'll see how well your screen does when it gets over here. See if it'll stand the test. Oh, and by the way, you're going outside on a 100-inch screen, by the way. I got a screen downstairs waiting for you. I just ordered it. 100 inches. You're being painted to that screen. I'm going to stick you outside. Since you failed to do that test I requested, we'll do it for you. Every test I request you to do, we'll do it for you. Even the UV mix. I'll take a white screen, stick it outside. Well, we'll do it inside. We'll do it inside. I don't think he took a UV mix outside. Okay, we know that didn't work. Skyworth food demonstration. I got tea at the refrigerator. Yeah. Again, screen ain't turned dark yet. I don't get y'all. I don't really get y'all. Y'all watch me come on here and y'all watch me take white sheets of paper and white certified screens and lay them across my screen. Now, if your screen doesn't produce a higher white level than a white screen, what makes you think you're going to turn my screen dark if I'm testing against white screens? You want to do a meter test. What the freak? Seriously, have you lost your mind? I specialize in ambient light rejection technology. You want to challenge me in a meter test on how much light I have in my environment? Bro, look at this. Look at that. Are you serious? Are you really serious about challenging me to a meter test? Do you have any idea how much light this place generates? And then when I beat you in the meter test, what do? You whine and complain about how I don't know how to use a meter. It's simple, bro. It's not that hard. You just go in and just press the button. Boop. That's it. And it reads your settings. That's it. Mine goes up to 200,000. Very easy to use. That's why I bought it. But you want to make it sound complicated. No one else can use a meter but you. Yet mine's a certified piece of equipment. You're using a third-party cell phone app. So once we get your product here, that's the end of it, okay? I'm going to blow your screen clean out of the water, all of them at the same time. Well, now we just need that Cinemax. We'll blow it. That's the only thing I want. We'll blow your bestseller out, because that's what we usually do. When we go after a company, we go after their top projection screens. DMP Supernova, we want for the Infinity, and we want for the Blade. Elite screens, we want for the Darkstar 9, their flagship. We want to screen it when we want Screen Innovation to test out their products. My friend brought me down the Black Diamond, which is their flagship. That's what we go usually after. The top screen, the best of the best. Daylight screens, that Parallax, I'm butcher the name, you know I'm gonna butcher it. Went after theirs too. Got that in the kitchen drawer over there. Only thing we're missing from Elite screens and Ultra Short though is that ceiling and projection screen. I think it's a 3. It's not the 2 is the last one, but we need the 3. That's what I'm trying to track down right now. XY screens is another one I got on my list. At the end of the day, people, no one's saying this product doesn't work. But at the end of the day, the claims that accusations that he's making, that he can turn our screen dark, our screens are unwatchable, that's fake. That he produces better color than our screens, fake. Produce better contrast, fake. When I get done with that Cinemax, when it gets down here, this is going to be the last time you ever take that fake piece of black, whatever that nonsense is supposed to be, and stick it up there and try to portray it as our product. Because once we get here, people will see the unboxing, they'll see that we actually have your product here, and they'll see the real demonstration. And all that fake nonsense you've been doing, putting that black piece of paper to trying to say that's how our screens react, that's going to end. You're going to out you as a fake. I'm doing it right now. Any demonstration you ever did on a black screen against your personal Metallica, that's being debunked right now. LG snowboarding demonstration. It's hard for him to understand. What it is, it's hard for him to understand how it's being done. He even try to make our products. Try to make our products. Did you pass any of the tests any of our products can do? Any tests. So if you can make our product, you have to make the product, and then you have to pass every single test that this product has to go under live. Have you done any of those tests? Nope. How are you going to test somebody else's product when you don't test your own? Oh, man. Wasn't trying to, when I told you that we didn't need to do the meter test, we didn't need to do the meter test, literally. Not all the light we deal with every day. I was trying to spare you, show you some mercy. But now you kept running your mouth about this meter. Oh, projection screen, not a projection screen, on the meter, blah, 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 blah. And then we gave you that challenge. Just go outside and do the demonstration. Gave you the request twice. You never showed up outside. Screen's gonna wash out again. Can't pick up red, can't pick up black. What else do we have on here that we can play around with? You want to play around with contrast? You want me to switch over to contrast right now? I switch on contrast, you're going to be embarrassed. Let's go over to some pretty colors. This is a demonstration that you did on your channel where you had that black surface and our screen was supposed to come up so dirty. Let's do this demonstration right here. Not picking up the contrast levels again. This has bright, pretty color candy on it. This is a demonstration he did on his channel showing that our screens came up too dark, couldn't see them. So where's that black spot? It's supposed to be in the center of the screen. It's supposed to be our screen. You know why you send me an email saying it's the same video over and over again? It's the same video over and over and me crushing your screen over and over again and again and again. I'll take it outside today. I'll blow your screen out again. I'll get up early in the morning and I'll blow your screen out again. Take it out my driveway, blow your screen out again. The product don't work. There's not enough testing behind your product. Look at the black levels, don't even pick up on that piece of chocolate. You lied too much. Just like you guys, you sent me that stupid email talking about, oh, stop the nonsense, you can order right from our website. Oh, you didn't realize that we recorded every single transaction we tried to place orders to you. Yeah, I left a list of links, constant links at the bottom. You can go to any page, there's links of evidence backing up everything we talk about. All you do is click on it, educate yourself. We got a bunch of links in there showing you canceling orders live. Of you messaging me back telling me you're not selling me jack, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Even one of them, you basically pulled down your own eBay listing because we kept coming back in and making the order. Every time we came and make the order, you hiked the price up. Hiked it up all the way up to $280, and we still came in and bought it again. And that's when you decided to go in and remove your eBay listing to keep us from going in and buying it. Blocked me from both of your sites so we can't go in and basically order from you. And then you're going to send me an email telling me stop the nonsense, that you can just order from my site? Are you kidding me? Nah. You just want it so you could figure out who's buying that product, because right now you're paranoid. You don't know who's buying it. You don't know any one of those orders coming through right now could be one of our people. That's what's bothering you. Because sooner or later, all that trash and all that nonsense you've been talking is going to come out in the light. And since we got the new booster over here, which is going to bring the image up crystal clear, everybody's going to see exactly what your product really is, as they're seeing it right now. Give myself another demonstration. Let's go over here. I don't do enough scenery. I never do enough scenery. I'm going to do so much more scenery. You want exposure? When I get my storefronts, I'll put you in my storefronts. How about that? I'll paint you down the side of a 300-inch screen and I'll display you on a 4K projector showing a star field. You want that? All right then. Gotta stop lying to people. Your product does not pull contrast levels on that level, and it doesn't. It pulls shades of gray. That's what it does. Even the silver technology we had doesn't pull 100% contrast off. That's virtually impossible. And it produces better contrast than your screen. There's no way in the world to go up there and tell people that that product is going to do the same as a black screen. That's virtually impossible. And I'm going to do the side-by-side demonstrations. When we do these silver screens, we're going to do them half and half. So half of it's going to be Phoenix, so half is going to be silver. So that way you can see everything. All the tests are going to be done side by side. Everything's going to be out in open, so you can see exactly what you're getting. So when you purchase the paint, you go, okay, I can know where the contrast level is going to lay. I know where the red levels are going to lay, the colors are going to lay. You know exactly what you are getting. Not like this guy. Doing demonstrations in dark environments where you got sunlight peeking through your apartment, and other ones where you're sitting up there hugging the screen in the dark, trying to show and prove to people you're proving a contrast level. But you know, at the end of the day, someone's going to take your screen out there and they're going to try to show a contrast demonstration or try to repeat your demonstration. It's not going to turn out so well. Meanwhile, while we're having this conversation, let's go turn and look at the 126 inch sitting in the window right now, displaying around all that light. Philips 4K demonstrations. This is another demonstration you did that black service on. It's supposed to be us. Let's go over to this one right here. I think it's the one where the woman's running on the beach. Beach, the beach, the beach. Edinburgh's. Here we go, right here. I guarantee he's going to screen. He doesn't know which one, when it's coming in, or when it's going to happen. Now, mind, even though I saw on camera that we might have ordered it today, we're throwing them off, because he's going to screen every single order that comes there with a Cinemax on it. He's going to screen it. But you got to be careful, because you might get us, or you might not get us. You might hit the wrong customer. So you don't know who's ordering it. That's why we didn't go through ordering it directly from your site. So you can't figure out which one it is. So if you send somebody the wrong stuff, they're going to complain about that. You tamper with somebody's stuff, they're going to complain about that. That's not going to look good for you. So you're going to have to be honest, and you're going to have to send all the orders out. Not thinking that one of those orders could be one of our orders that we placed on your account. And that's why he sent us the email with the rant in it. But not knowing, Crow, not knowing that we recorded and back up all our stuff, that we recorded the cancellations of orders of bunches of orders of trying to get paint from you, and how hard you made it for us to get those items from you. And we were able to not only back up our claim by saying, hey, look, impossible to get products from them, but here's the videos right here showing you cancellations, messages. Did you know you messaged us in those videos? He was messaging us back and forth. They were all being recorded. Calling us all kinds of dirty names. That's how you treat people that order from you? Insult them, call them nasty names? Hey, make a couple nasty comments about my house and how I dress and stuff like that? Yeah, that's how you do business? Not professional, is it? I'm just trying to order paint from them. That's all I'm doing. And you come at me in a nasty attitude like that because I'm just trying to order paint from you, and then you're going to come back and say, stop all the nonsense? Okay, you are definitely a Karen. Slow color change out, anybody? Let's do slow color change out. I got into this business not because of you. I got into this business because I got tired of these big companies charging people $4,000 and $5,000 for these overpriced expenses. I mean, it's not overpriced. I guess in their world that's what it costs, but I felt it was too much money. I mean, I understand that's what they do, but $5,000 for a projection screen, you got to be kidding me? That I may or may not be to use an ultra short throw on? That I have to use an ambient light controlled environment? You know the screen saying it's ambient light controlled? No, I'm not paying that kind of money. There was no in between. It was goose screen, It was the well, it was the Goose screen. It was Grey Wolf, and what was the other screen? Daylight had a couple of light screens out at that particular time, and then Screen Innovation popped up on the scene. You had them to deal with it. Some other stuff. When he said, "Man, your paint is child's play." Let me see. Trying to compare it to Screen Innovation. It's child's play, really? You wanna go with that? You really wanna go with that? Seriously? Okay, hold on for a minute. We gotta stop this for a minute. So we got a guy who just came in a few minutes ago who said that Screen Innovation stuff is better than mine. You really want to go with that one? Let me know when you've seen Screen Innovation do a screen like this. Can you show me one demonstration of the screens displayed in the full lit environment? But you said my stuff is child play, right? That's what you said, right? I'm gonna show you something, Ken, real quick. I got some documents I'm gonna show you. I want you to look at something. It's child's play, right? That's what you said, right? You gotta be careful about coming up on my channel talking trash. Oh, it's way better than my stuff. Okay, sure. Stay in the room. Just stay in the room. I'm gonna show you something. Okay? See, the one thing we know about Screen Innovation is the fact that their screens have something called a narrow viewing cone because they use a reflective surface. And that reflective surface causes the screen to go dark around the edges. Do you know what Black Diamond's best screen is called? It's called a Black Diamond. That's the first screen he developed. Do you know he took 11 years to develop that technology? He did it out of his garage. I know quite a bit because I met the man. Did you meet him in person? You ever meet him before? Oh, I did. I talked to him before. You didn't. But I'm going to show you something. Since you said some nonsense about how, you know, his stuff is, their stuff is not, our stuff is child's play, right? Okay. I've never seen Screen Innovation take a direct hit from the sun. Listen to me. I've never seen them take a direct hit from the sun. Any demonstrations on them taking any direct hit from the sun? Do they have a 180-inch screen outside being displayed at 6 something in the afternoon? Anything like that? Can you show me one demonstration of that? I've been through all their files, everything. I've researched their company. I know quite a bit about them. Show me any demonstrations that match any of our demonstrations. One. And keep in mind, we don't use $50,000 projectors. My projectors I have downstairs are outdated. My projector is basically an old projector. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing the demonstration. Oh, keep in mind that the projectors that they use in their demonstrations are $40,000 and $50,000 projectors. They're very overpriced, calibrated projectors. My projectors in my demonstrations are discontinued since 2014. They're old projectors, and they still couldn't even keep up with my technology. But since you said that, you made that comment, let me show you something. Since you said that, I'm gonna get the curtain shut on this side. That's better. Since you said that we're child's play to them, right? That's what you said, right? Remember, that's what you said. All right, just stick in the room. I want to show you something really important you're gonna like. Let's go over to my files real quick. I'm gonna show you something. I love it when we get these jokers that come in here. I love it when I get these jokers in here that talk this trash. I know Screen Innovation. I'm quite aware of them. I do know them. I'm quite aware of them. Trust me. Trust me, I'm quite aware of them. I'm quite aware of Screen Innovation. I think I would know. But I want to show you something. And I'm going to leave this link at the bottom. I want you to read through it carefully. Very carefully, I want you to read through it. Take some time, get yourself a cup of coffee if you want. Read through it if you want. Oh, no, buddy. I want you to stand in the room. I want you to see this. I want you to see something I'm going to show you. And the Black Diamond. See, let me explain something to you. Back in 2015, we used to have a company called Digital 4K Crystal Onyx. It was Crystal Onyx. We started developing black technology right around that time when Screen Innovation came with their screen called the Black Diamond, right? Remember that? They had the Black Diamond screen? Okay, so right around that time, we started doing some tests on research on their products. And by the way, Black Diamond is not black. It's actually gunmetal, so it's dark gray. Our screen was literally black. And right around that time, we were doing some testing on their sample punch sheet. Let's start from the beginning right here. There we go. All this was kept You're still here, right? Because I want you to see this. Oh, it's not true. Oh, right here. But the document's right here, my friend. It is true. The document's right here. And it's also signed by a lawyer. You want to call the attorney up? He's still active. You can talk to him and tell him about, yeah. And keep in mind, even after we removed the items from our site, they wanted to keep tabs on what we were working on. So here's the punch sheet that I received from Screen Innovation from my buddy June. It'll load up in a few minutes. There we go. SL Screens right there. Look at that. Small punch sample sheet. When you order, it'll come just like that. Let's go click over for a minute. There it is. There. Wait, no. Don't. What's I'm calling? Here we go. Test demonstrations. No, don't leave the room yet. We're not done yet. We're still educating. Test demonstrations. Yeah, let's keep going. There, right here, my screen on a 200-inch. Oh, let's go and show you the technology. Look at that. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Let's keep going. There we go. Look at that right there. Look very carefully what he says when he contacted me. See, the funny thing about it is he contacted me. We didn't contact them. They contacted us. Good talking to you this morning. Sorry, I woke you. As I stated, we are interested. Did I just say the word interested? We are interested. No. Just listen. We are interested in looking at your product. It seems to have potential. Let me know when you are ready to continue this discussion. So when he contacted me, I thought it was my Vice President June, which is a bit of a practical joker playing jokes on me. Don't rant now. Don't rant. Listen to me. So look at the bottom. You want to call the numbers and see if they're legit? You can call the numbers if you want. You want to ask for call the numbers right there? Where they're stationed over in Dallas, Texas. You know that, right? There's the numbers right there. So anyway, and there's the company we had at the time. It was under Digital 4K Crystal Onyx, right around the time we started developing black technology. So they contacted us, asking us to come down to their facility over in Dallas, Texas. At the time, the product I think we had was a D5K. At this time, my friend, I'm ignoring you because we're backing up our claim right now, and we're embarrassing you at the same time. So I'm gonna let you keep running your mouth because you have nothing to say. You're being embarrassed right now as we speak in front of everybody, and I'm gonna leave your stuff up here for everybody can read. All right. So anyway, so they contacted us. I'm thinking it's my vice president playing jokes on me. I hang the phone up on him because I'm tired. I'm early in the morning, I was up working, and I hang the phone up. And he calls me back again. And I said, okay, if it's you who you say you are, send me an email with your watermark. And this is how we got the email with the watermark. So we were supposed to go down to Texas to bring the product down there at 25% done. It wasn't even finished yet. We're still testing on it. And I asked for an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, because I had no patents, nothing unprotected whatsoever. I'm taking this product down to this facility. Don't even know who these people are. I don't know if they're going to keep it or whatever's going to go on. So I want to make sure I'm protected. And I asked for an NDA. And they can't give us an NDA. Every freaking company has a legal department. They can get an NDA in no time at all. But they refused to give me the NDA. And then that's where things got heated. We got into a little heated argument back and forth, and things started exchanging words. And next you know, we received one of these from them because we refused to, basically, we just did a side-by-side demonstration, and our product pulled a better image. And the reason why the product pulled a better image, because when I had their sample sheet up there, I had the D5K was a dark gray screen, like a gunmetal screen. When I went to turn to the side, the screens went dark. Like when I show you in the videos where I move to the side and the screen goes dark, it has that narrow viewing cone effect. And I thought it was the camera doing that, having that problem. So I went down to my buddy June. I said, hey, look, I'm getting this blackness that's coming on the screen, like the corners is coming up real dark. Why is that? And he said, oh, that's called a narrow viewing cone. That's where the projector has to be in line with the screen. If you move it to the left to the right, the screen gets dark around the edges. So that's what we found out, that they couldn't pull up at 190 viewing angle at all, because as you start to turn, the screen would start to turn dark. So they realized we figured out it too, because I noticed in a lot of the demonstrations, he would just stand in front of the screen and he would move the sample sheet around. They don't show too many angle gains in their demonstrations, and I noticed that. So as I said before, as words started to exchange back and forth, and at that point I didn't want to be bothered with them, we did a few more demonstrations, side-by-side demonstrations, basically simple demonstrations showing off the angle gains, exploiting what their screens couldn't do. And that's when we received this right here from them. Now, if you want, my friend, you can contact this attorney. This is their, I don't know if it's still their attorney or not. It could be still be their attorney for them. But this is a document that we got from them. We got a cease and desist order from their attorneys telling us to basically stay away from their products, that we had to remove all videos, all pictures, just about everything, because they were going to sue us in court, talking about we violated their patent, trademark, and all stuff like that. How are you going to violate somebody's patent, trademark if you're doing a side by side? Now, if I did something like where I tampered with their screen and made it look like it was something that it wasn't, or did something like that, or went on there and said their product was a scam and they were doing this and the other, if I did something like that, then they could pretty much hit me. But a basic side by side, they can't get me. So they threw all this mumbo jumbo in here, and they sent it to this is a store. That's the store I used to hang out at, and that's where the original, when the guy basically placed the order, my buddy June, that's where they got the address from. They figured that's where I lived at. So I'm in the house doing these demonstrations on our product, and my buddy June called and said, hey, there's a document here, a certified letter from Screen Innovation. It looks like from a lawyer or something. And I go read through it and find out, yeah, they want me to remove all this stuff because I did a simple side-by-side demonstration. That was it. So I wanted to remove everything, but I kept everything here. So this became my trophy, that the fact that a big company like Screen Innovation would take the time to notice my technology, number one, and number two, get to a point where you have to have an attorney come after me because I'm doing a simple side-by-side. So that means you're threatened by my technology. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So for Buddy Boy, so you learn at the end of the day, learn a valuable lesson. One thing you're gonna learn about me, you'll never forget. I back everything up. If I say I have documents on something, I back it up. That's why I love people like when you come talking about Screen Innovation, this and that and the other, I back it up. I got over 18 certified sample sheets sitting downstairs in my kitchen drawers. I do test demonstrations on levels that these screens don't even begin to even think of. Do you know my screens can pull up at 13 feet outside on 1,000 lumens and still maintain a 190-degree viewing angle on a star field? You let me know when Screen Innovation has actually accomplished that right there. They haven't. They don't match any of my demonstrations. I've watched all their demonstrations. I watch how they use ambient light controlled environments, how they calibrate their projectors. I watch all that. How are you going to call a screen ambient light projection? You have to control the ambient light in the environment? All right then. Take that nonsense someplace else. Now get off my channel. Get out of here. Your temperament. Now, it's my temperament. Keep in mind, people, it's my temperament when I back it up. When they come in my room talking trash and I throw documents in their face, it's my temperament. No, it's your temperament. You're probably home right now kicking the crap out of your couch while you bite your bottom lip. It's not my problem, Barbie. Take it someplace else. I ain't got time for it. If I'm going to come in here, I'm going to talk what I'm going to talk. I'm going to back it up every step of the way. And that's why I love this. I love that they sent me this, because now this is my trophy right here. So when I get these high-minded to come like, oh, Screen of Innovation, so and so and so. There you go. There's a document. Read through it. There you go. All right, let's go downstairs and finish the demonstration. He just got schooled. I had a fellow one time come in and run his mouth about some JVC, expensive JVC projector he bought. And he was talking about how, how he got it on a great Cinema 5D, you know what I mean, projection screen, and how it looks amazing, and how blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. Well, I got that in my kitchen drawer right now. I can put that on the screen and I see how that works out for you. Okay. And meanwhile, like I told you, when you watch those demonstrations, and I don't care if the companies get mad at you or not, because it's true. When you watch those demonstrations are rehearsed. It's a rehearsed environment. That means somebody writes a script, they set up the lighting in the environment, they set up the atmosphere in the environment, they know what time of the day to shoot it because they don't want too much light coming through the window. All that stuff is rehearsed from the door. And I tell people from the door, and just like I should have told this guy before I took him off the page, at the end of the day, if they're using an overpriced, expensive projector in there, there is no way in the world on God's green earth that you're going to be to achieve that same image that they're achieving in that video off that projector they're using. Like that $50,000 Sony coffee table projector. You remember that monstrosity, that giant coffee table projector? That thing was 50 grand. So if you're using a projector of, let me see, you got a projector of 1080p, right, at home. A good one. So you got a good 1080p projector. There's no way in the world you're going to match the specification of that flagship. That projector was 10,000 lumens. Ultra 4K laser, 10,000 lumens. It's set less than a foot away from the screen at 10,000 lumens. And you think that your projector is going to get the same image and your screen's going to perform the same way because they're using a $50,000 projector. That's virtually impossible. You're going to have that same projector or better in order to achieve that picture, because all the calibration in the world is not going to bring you up to that level. That's why we use projectors that people can relate to. You can go on eBay right now and buy my projector for $100. I don't have to spend money for the top end projector on the planet to make the screen look good. Because at one point you got to start thinking, who's doing the work? Is it going to be the projector or the screen? Of course, it's got to be the projector, because at the end of the day, if you go home and you get yourself a different projector, it's not going to look the same, but the screen's going to always be the same. That's one of the guys sat there and said, oh, Black Diamond, oh, you really want to go with that? You sure, Skippy? You really want to take that trip? I got 2 tickets to Madville. We can go. And round trips. Only problem is he didn't come back. I'll be back. Yeah, mate. Their ideas and technology are really good. I give them that credit. If it wasn't for screen innovation, I would have never been on the road for black technology. They're the reason why I started on this path. I give them credit on that. I do. Regardless, I don't like the way he bullied me and did what he did to me. I didn't like that. I don't like the way he came at me like that. It didn't. And that's why my main goal isn't Jamie. My main goal is him. Yeah, it's him. That's the fellow who I want to go side by side with. That's why all the technology we're designing and building is going to be designed into one screen. And we're going to use that screen to basically go toe-to-toe with his. Like that screen that has the ability to be able to pull in sunlight and produce an image outside. Well, like I said, we have that blue technology that can basically shift its contrast levels and maintain those bright levels, being the screen being that light. We have the gamer screen paint that produces insane color capabilities. So you take gamer, you take that blue technology with that shifting contrast, and then you take the ability to be able to have a gain so powerful that the sun can hit you and you can still smile back at it. And you put all that into one screen. Yeah, that's what we're using against him. That's the final screen, the final. He's not standing against that on no planet whatsoever when we get done with it. So all the technology you're seeing we're working on is basically pieces that are going to be added and integrated into one final screen. So yeah, I told him when we had that last conversation, I said we're gonna bump heads sooner or later, and we are. We're gonna bump heads. It might be 3. I said maybe 3 years from now. It could be 10 years from now, 20 years, but sooner or later, you'll see my face again. All right, let's move on. We're gonna go with let's go check out this video right here. Yeah, my plans. I don't really care about Jamie's, just to keep him in place from him running his mouth too much. Our big goal is basically screen innovation. That's what we want. And I hope they hear me when I say it. But I do give him credit because he's the one that put me on the path of black technology, because like I said, I was all designing all gray screen paints. If you go back to my old company under Digital and Crystal Screen Paint, that's all we did was gray screen paints, light gray screen paints. And I swore up and down as I was staring at these screens, I was seeing a contrast level. But the day that punch sheet, when I laid it against that screen, that's what opened up my eyes. I was like, oh shoot, I'm in the wrong direction. And that's when we started building the D5K, D4K, D5K, the darker screen started coming out, the Onyx, all of them. That's what came out because of that technology. Because it wasn't enough to have a gray screen. I wanted a jet black screen. I wanted better than what he had. He had a gunmetal screen, which was gray. I wanted black. And now we got it. Took a long time, but we got it. Like as God says, all good things come to those who wait. You have to be patient. Now you get a chance, what? It's like a 2015? That's a bit of a time. Now today you get a chance to watch it. I'm looking at it myself. And who knows, a year from now, we'll be even more advanced than what we are. Mind you, it took me a month and 1 week to replace all my products with all new Phoenix technology. That's how long. It takes us an hour to develop one of these. 1 hour. It takes them years to develop their technology, and it takes us hours, about an hour to develop one of these. Within the first day of that technology being designed, and we got the proof to back it up, these screens have taken out 4 and 5 certified screens right from the door. Beat all their records live recording of their test demonstrations for you to see. You can go right through my archives and you can watch any test demonstration you want. That's a heck of a record for a screen. So I don't know what happened to tonight. Hamburgers. Oh, hamburgers so bad. Yeah, I was banned from AVS Forum. I was banned from AVS Forum. We were installing paint from AVS Forum. As a matter of fact, I got the video demonstration on that too. Don't run your mouth. I'll embarrass you. You will get embarrassed. Come correct or you will get embarrassed. I back everything up. We got banned from AVS Forums because of a fellow named by the name of Mississippi Man. Because at that particular time, if you know anything about screen paints, and I know quite a bit about it, that's right around the time when Goose Screen was on the scene. Now, Goose Screen's product, if you ever watch how their screens had to be done, it took hours and hours and hours of sanding because the wall had to be perfectly flat, and everybody followed by that standard of Goose Screen. Sand down your walls for hours, and you have to do these perfect up and down robot applications in order to get the screen to go in. That was the standard behind screen paints at that particular time. We weren't selling anything on AVS Forums. AVS Forums had a policy on it. We wanted AVS Forums just to show our stuff off, so there was nothing in the descriptions at all about where they can get the products at whatsoever. They found out who I was later on. They knew I had a YouTube channel. That's what popped up. But I followed their guidelines right to a T. So we bumped into a fellow by the name of Mississippi Man who had this product that he was advertising on AVS Forums. And if you've ever been on AVS Forums, not everybody's liked on AVS Forums, but some people have what you call Napoleon complex disorder, and they think they know every freaking thing, and you can't tell them jack. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been through nonsense like that. You go in and ask them a simple question, and they got to treat you like you're a freaking Neanderthal just discovering fire. I'm not saying they're all like that, but there's a good majority that are like that. So anyway, when we got on there, we had the digital and crystal screen paint, and at that particular time, everybody was following the standards behind Goose Screen, where you had to sand the wall down for hours, and it had to be perfectly flat, and then the robot formation of putting the products on, and different applications that had to be applied to the surface. Everybody wanted to follow the tradition of Goose Screen. Mississippi Man had an ingredients for this recipe, which he gave out for free. Now, the reason why he gave out for free is because some of the contents that he had in the ingredients were lethal. I mean, lethal. Where bottom line, if you breathe this stuff in, it can cause some serious damage to your lungs. So you got to keep in mind, when you're trying to apply for a patent or anything like that, you have to write down all the ingredients that's in your product, and the U.S. government has to look over that and decide whether or not this stuff is going to be good to go out to, if it's going to be safe for the consumer. If you have something in there, they look up and they find out that this stuff may be really hazardous, you don't get a patent, or you don't even get a patent pending for it. LegalZoom couldn't even get you that one. So bottom line is, what he had in there, he couldn't basically get a patent for it, but he decided to give it out for free. And it was a long list of instructions of craziness. It should still be on AVS Forums if you go check it out. So we went on there. I went on there with a timer. I painted my screen in, showed the video, had the lights on, and they got pissed over it. And that's how we got banned. That's basically about it. That was the bottom line. It was all over a jealousy thing. I got banned from a couple of forum sites. It wasn't just AVS Forums. I got banned from a couple of sites that was that I got actually banned from. But he just didn't like the fact that we showed him up. And like I said, a lot of people have that Napoleon complex disorder, and they just don't like it when they're showed up. We weren't in there to show anybody. We didn't just display that you don't have to go through all this sanding and preparation and all this crap you got to go through to apply a screen paint. You just paint it on the wall and you're done. That's it. And that's what we did at a demonstration. So at the end of the day, I don't care what they think or what they say. Funny thing about it is, when they found out that we were getting recognition from Screen Innovation, which they praise day and night, they actually invited us back onto the site again, and we refused. Bite me. So that's what happened. And why in the world would I worry about? I had my own website. You do know that, right? My website was Digital and Crystal Screen Paint. I had a running and operating website, was making a good amount of money. So why would I need to advertise with them if I had my own website? We just went on there to show off our product, that's all. And they just didn't like it at all. And anyone's ever been on AVS forums knows exactly what I'm talking about. You'll go in there and you'll ask one question, you'll get a slew of questions of people telling you where you are. They make you feel like you're a complete idiot. Not saying all of them are like that, but some of them will come on there and make you feel like you're a complete idiot, like you don't even know what you're talking about. And you're just asking a simple question. And by the way, like I said, we got the videos to back it up. I back everything up. Just like we're doing this right now, and if somebody comes in tomorrow and says, well, how does your product look against Crow? Well, we got the video to back it up. Or I did the demonstration against our silver screen, and that screen, and the screen's in the middle, and are saying that, well, how does your screen compare to your silver screen? There's a video to back it up. There's certified screens to back it up. Demonstrations on large screens to back it up. Because people are saying, well, you have to do it on a larger screen. You can't do it on the same 100-inch screen. You can't. You know, you can't do demonstrations over and over again on the same 100-inch screen. You have to expand and go to much bigger screens. Because, you know, basically your projector performance changes the bigger the screen gets. Do you know that? It means your pixelations would have to expand. And to expand, they may deteriorate, depending on exactly how many pixelations that you have in your projector. Now, if you're using a 600 by 800 res projector, that means your pixelations are pretty much limited right there. And to try to max them out over the size that you're trying to get on the screen means those pixelations will have to expand, which means they're going to deteriorate because you don't have enough to actually make up the screen itself. Do you do your research? I do. So that's why I love doing demonstrations on projectors at 600 by 800 res on a screen that's way bigger than it's supposed to be, like the one we're using right now on my Sony projector over here, which is actually 600 by 800 res on my screen, which is 148 inches. That's why I don't like the Valve projectors. I can't stand those projectors. And you know why I don't like the Valve projectors? Because they lie. That's not a 4K projector. A lot of people say, oh, it's pixel shifting technology. Fight me on your pixel shifting technology, because that is not native 4K. I don't know where the heck they got that crap from, but that is not native 4K, people. I'm sorry. So what you're saying, you got a regenerator in there that's just regenerating pixels out of nowhere? That's what it's doing? Because it's funny, because when you go to the website, it doesn't say 4K. It says 4K, but it doesn't give the pixel count of 4K. So what you're telling me is that on this projector, you're supposed to be able to expand your screen to 150 inches, right? But pixel shifting works how basically it's basically compressing the pixels together to make them tighter and compressed, which gives you a much sharper and more vivid image. So if you expand the picture at 150 inches, wouldn't that be kind of stressing out your pixel shifting technology? How are you going to expand to 150 if its pixels are designed to be pushed tighter together? That means you're expanding them and tightening them at the same time? Huh? That's why every time you see those projectors, they're only done on a 120-inch screen. I've never seen one on a 150-inch in a fully lit environment. And I actually had a conversation with one of the CEOs on that projector on their actual website. It was on Facebook fan page. I had a conversation with the CEO on there, talking to them about their projectors. That the projector, what is the projector's true native? The projector's true native is 1080p. But they don't give you the contrast ratio on it. You might just get an Optima GT5500 or 5600 if that's the case, if you're going to buy a 1080p projector, because that's pretty much what it is. And he's trying to say, well, we can pixel shift pictures. No. If you can't pick up 4K, you can't pick up 4K. That's all to it. So if you're using pixel shifting, you don't have 4K. I don't care. Oh, it tricks your eyes. It tricks your eyes. Okay. I don't know who came with that dumb nonsense. You know how old pixel shifting is? You know how old pixel shifting is? Pixel shifting has been around since PlayStation 2. If you had a PS1, PS1 had those jagged edges, like on Lord Crawford, the jagged edges. Well, the PS2 is backwards compatibility, and one of the perks on the PS2 is the fact that you can put a PS1 disc in there and you can play it. But if you tap the X over and over and over again, it would trigger off something called pixel shifting. It would actually smooth out the edges a little better and make the picture a little bit more presentable. Yeah. And they're trying to engineer it like it's new technology. Not new technology, it's old technology. All right, let's go to some birds doing all these bright colors. And then meanwhile, we're having this conversation, and this fellow's talking about, oh, Black Diamond. I bet you was from Black Diamond. I don't know if he was from Black Diamond. He probably was. Anyway, Talking about Black Diamond, at the meanwhile, we're having this conversation. You're watching Crow's product on our black screen at the same time. Did we forget that this was going on? What's more memorizing? Watching this product fade here, or watching my screen produce there? Let's go take a walk over here. Let me show you what my wall's like. When I come downstairs from a hard day, I'm changing out my sofa equipment right now. I'm doing some work in here. I love this carpet right here. I sit down here. This is what I see every day. Look out my window over there. Neighbor's probably over there chilling, doing something. And look at my screen right here. You get one cat, and then it becomes, I don't know, I've had dogs, but cats, so many toys, so many toys. Merci beaucoup. Oui, oui. My mom speaks fluent French. You know that? My mom was going to school, was different. When going to school, we learned French, German, all kinds of stuff. Now I don't think they teach that in school anymore. I think they teach Spanish in school. She learned fluent French. Beautiful language. You ever wonder where all the different languages come from? People always wonder about that. You ever heard about the Tower of Babel? You read the Bible? Tower of Babel. I find that most fascinating. Tower of Babel. How everybody got their own languages. One day, God was checking on man. See what man was up to. Realized that man was building a tower to heaven. He thought to himself, them combined together, there's nothing they can't do. They're literally building a tower to heaven, like it's in the Bible. So, he struck them. He struck them all with different languages, which is pretty interesting. Because now one minute you're talking to somebody, and they could be speaking French or a different language, and you don't even know what the heck they're talking about. Everybody was speaking their own different tongue. They couldn't finish the tower because no one could understand what the other person was saying. So they all separated and went to their own regions. The Bible's fascinating. Yep, the Tower of Babel, that's what it's called. If you wonder where your language came from, your form, and how to speak. It's funny because me being in America, and I have friends from overseas that I see from time to time, and I don't think I have an accent, but to them I have an accent because you think you're speaking English that you don't have an accent. It doesn't sound strange because you're speaking it, But it's funny how they kind of, as there's a video I watched. I think the video was how Americans sound to other people who don't speak English. And it's crazy when it thinks about how we sound. But we don't feel like we sound that way at all, period. But it's funny. You gotta watch that. It's on YouTube. That was a bit of an eye opener. And I talk to my friends they say, you have an accent. How do you have an accent? Because I have an accent because I'm not from their country. And I find when I hear people talking in different languages and stuff, I think about the Tower of Babel. Oh, sloth dude. Yeah. Let's go hit the sloth. Monkeys wake up with pillow hair every single day and don't care. All right, people. Monday. I was going to do it today, but I'm tired. You know, I'm doing this. I'm also testing out the Wi-Fi adapter right now. But, bam! Do you know what these are? Do you know what these are? Do you know what these are? Bam! Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? Oh, okay. So I want to put LED lights behind the back of my screen because all my screens usually have LED lights on the back of them. But I got a window there, and the window I had there, if I put these LED lights up there, it's going to look like a freaking like a discotheque, like I said, bleeding through my windows, and I want that there. I got a screen there anyway, and where my bushes grow up, you can't see them out anyway. So when I do it, somebody take those curtains that block out light. I'm gonna put them behind the back of that, and so that we don't have the light hitting the back of my it's behind the back of my screen. I'm not blocking out my windows. I like my window lights. No way I'm turning that area dark. But I'm gonna block out the light behind the screen. But it's not affecting the screen anyway because it's just light peeking through the corners. That's it. So we're gonna block out all that right there. So that way, I can have my LED lights behind the back of my screen and they won't bleed out the windows and look like my house is a freaking discotheque. So what we're going to do is, I got to do two ways I got to do this because it's a it's a black surface. Let's just skip this crap. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Anytime you watch any show, somebody get in the car, you know the car's going to blow up. Anyway, so because the curtains are black, and I should have got the other ones, I wasn't thinking, because they had the ones that were black on one side and white on the other. Because that white allows the lights to reflect better. When you have white behind the back of the screen, they reflect. It gives a much better soft glow when it comes out. The black kind of, and since these curtains are designed to hush light, I don't know how they're going to react. So what I got to do is I got to do something double. I got to put the curtains up, take the screen off first. Okay, it's going to be a lot of work. So we do this tomorrow, because I'm not doing it today. I got to take the entire screen off, take all the furniture, move it this way, move the screen off, put it over here. I got to cover the curtains, black that out, the back of it. I got to take the white projection screen I got in the kitchen. I'm going to cut that one and size it to the window and staple that back in again. So I have a white background, but the black is going to be blocking it off. And then I got to put the LED lights on the back of the screen, pick up the frame, put it back up there, hang it up, and I'm done. And then once all that's done, I can basically finish off the rest of my, I'm taking trash out today. Ouch. I can finish off the best of my, my setup here. So this is what I got. I'm changing out to white now. So I got my white sofa throws here, right here. These things, you know how much these things cost? That's crazy. Okay, so if I got the black ones cost me $20, right? But because I wanted the white ones, they cost me $46 for these babies because they're white. Because I want the white ones, you know why? Because at nighttime, when these blue lights come on, everything in white glows. It's like a soft glow. I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be awesome. So that's what we're doing that for. I was going to do it today, but I'm tired. I did so many demonstrations today on this, it's not even funny. All right, so we did colors. We know bottom line, you can't turn the screen black, right? We know that already, don't we? All right, so let's go with some contrast demonstrations. Just going to play one. We'll play a few of them. That's the wake-up call for Crow. I'll leave you there. I'll be back. What's that going on? Jeremiah was a fool for shake my head. I keep forgetting to shake my head. Take it out like this. Okay. It's a new one. Didn't carry it in our pocket that fast. We put it in the kitchen. I put it in the kitchen. There. Not that one. That one. This one. See if this turns my screen dark. There we go. Nope. No black spots on the screen. Not at all. Let's go through, matter of fact, let's do Keystone. We're going to, Keystone does random. They go right through. They're short, they're fast, they're quick. That we can just do a random run of videos right through. We have to pick or choose. That way no one can say, well, you're picking and selecting certain videos. How about we just do a random chain of videos right through? How about that? While I take care of my business out here, we're just going to run a random chain through. Anything's going to pop, just anything, okay? All right, so we'll do it that way. Random, just random run of videos. Let's go over here. Let's grab it over there. And let's start from right there, okay? Just random's going to run right through, okay? There we go. So that way I'm not accused of picking and choosing, selecting certain videos that are basically going to benefit my screen. Which if I were going to do that, I would have stuck with all contrast demonstrations instead of going with the brighter ones. But let's just do this one. Let's giddy up! Giddy up, giddy up! You know, the interesting thing about it is, once my company goes mainstream, I'm not going to be on YouTube anymore. Nope. I'm going to be offline. I'm not going to use them anymore. Our website might not even be there anymore. I want to be in a whole different chapter. And that means that if I decide to go into a different direction, my product won't be available for customers anymore. Which means you're going to have to deal with him. And whatever crappy stuff that pops up after me. Or you're just going to spend the money for those $5,000 and $6,000 projection screens. I always say take advantage of things while they're here now, because you never know when things might disappear one day. Just no heads up. I got future plans. I like the screen paints and all, don't get me wrong. But I told you before in my demonstrations that I had plans for a physical screen. And when we get that physical screen achieved, this is going to be no more. That's what I got plans for. I want to get into the field of physical screens. Let me see. This is a pretty long demonstration, so I'm just going to let you know. Let me borrow this one. I'm going to let that run right there. I don't want to skip on any white levels. Nowhere near the projector. My meters, when I set them up, they sit behind the projector. You know why? Because I don't want any light coming from the projector to hit the screen, hit the meter at all, period. So that's why I have them over here. I keep them away from, I keep them in a dark area. See how dark my area is right now, which my meter's sitting at? There's no light coming from the window, nothing hit at all. My meters sit out off to the side because I'm measuring the light in the environment. I don't want it anywhere near the projector at all, period. I want an accurate reading. That's one of the tricks I watch people do. They'll set it right here, knowing that the projector is going to hit it. That light from the projector is going to make contact with it, so they can jump their meter numbers up. I'm not supposed to do that. If you're doing a meter test for light, you should be able to stick that meter anywhere in that environment, and it should pick up automatically. It's measuring the light in the room. You shouldn't have it in front at all, period. There you go, let me in. How many good goes to you win? Do, 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 do. Okay, just study for tomorrow. Oh, crap. That doctor's appointment. No, never mind. Whatever. I'm not going to do it tonight. Yeah, I see you slinky. I see you slinking. Door's open there right now. You don't want to go up there, it's hot. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I might have to do the screen tonight. God gracious. I'm tired. Alright. Let's go run through. Yeah, all these toys I bought you. You play with none of your toys? You savage. You savage. You savage. Now, if you notice real quick, sorry about that. I had to take care of something on the computer involving the video. Yeah, lights were disabled just a few minutes ago. But if you notice something, right, I put something real special in that section right there, that description box. In that section over there, I put the link for the paperwork that we got from Screen Innovation right there in that link. Now, if you got a Facebook account, you can copy and paste that and it'll pop up and you'll be able to go access our Facebook fan page, or you'll be able to read to that document right there, showing you our encounter with Screen Innovation and with their attorneys and the email and all that other good stuff. That's why I find it laughable when people come in talking about, oh, this, that, and the other. Yeah, you go ahead and spend money for your $5,000 projection screen and God knows whatever you got to pay for your projector. And I'll sit back here with one of these 130 or 140 or even a $500 projector, and I'll do stuff that your screen can't even do. If anyone cared to challenge me, if you got a black diamond screen and you want to challenge me toe to toe on something, we can do a demonstration. How about we do a fully lit environment at a 190-degree viewing angle? The screen can't pick up. Oh, there's the colors going. Now mind, we did a random, which means we didn't select any videos out. We just randomly running through videos. And you're watching these contrast demonstrations wash out. He's picking up white levels, but you're watching the colors wash out. And we're not selecting any videos. We're just letting it run through the grinder. We're just running it through the grinder. And like I said, go check in that comment section. You got a Facebook account, just put that in there, you'll pop up on our page, and you can read through the documents. Now, why in the world, at the end of the day, would I be bothered by people who call me this, that, and the other, when I got big companies who either praise or hate me? Okay then, there we go. Enjoy. Like I said, don't back anything up. Yippee-ki-yay! You gonna keep winning? That's scratch post. Scratchy post right there. Great cat. That's a great cat. Yes. You don't like this one right there? That's a good toy right there. Look at it, baby got one of these, man. Look, you can hit this right here. If you don't play this, I'll play with this. Get it, man, get it, get it. Get your hand. Get your tunnel. Get that right there. I gotta get me out of those boosters, man, are freaking amazing. I'll show you a picture later on of the boosters I got in here. Plug it and play, that's it. We'll do a few more, and that's it. We're done from here. Make sure you guys got things to do. Make sure. Okay, one of them finally fell off. Usually it takes a while for them to fall off, doesn't it? Got cats landing or something again. Okay, people. That being said, I'm done. So as you can see, this product now doesn't turn our product dark. Doesn't make it unwatchable, none of that nonsense to begin with. And we'll prove the exact same thing again when the Cinemax gets here. We'll do that demonstration and we'll do the same thing all over again. We'll do it all over the screens up there again at the same time. As you can see, the individual is a liar. As for the fellow Adam who left a message on my page, I'll be sending this video over to you because this was made for you. About your side-by-side fair demonstration. There's your fair demonstration. I don't know how much fairer you can get than that. All right, that being said, thank you all for your time. I gotta go. And this time I'm definitely gonna go. I'm not coming back on. I'm tired. I'm changing my video layout from now on right now, tomorrow. This is killing me. There's too much work and everything else I gotta do at the same time. So I'm breaking it down to probably about 2 videos a day. And I don't have to get everything done. Because my habit is I do something, I want to share it, I want to share it, I want to share it, I want to share so much with you. But sometimes it can be overbearing. So, and even I can feel it overbearing, too many videos. So I'm going to shorten my videos as much as possible. And I'm going to basically just do 2 videos a day. And whatever we don't do, I'll just spill it over to something another day. All right? Okay. All right, y'all have a good one. I got to get some rest. And God bless.